Hi, it is free chatting time. So since in the previous YouTube I share on the standing, the natural standing of 1850 Xiulin Tao sets, or the Zhanzhuang and the Qigong, the process steps of the Qigong, I got many messages from our traditional Chinese martial art friends and the Wing Chun friends and a different style and so forth. And a lot of these friends is actually asking the same questions to me, which is I want to answer it today to you all. Okay. So the question will sound like this. Okay. I stand with Yi Ji Kao Miao Ma, and then I tuck my tailbone. I Tai Gong, but I can breathe very well. So am I an exception of what you're talking about? The body will have a movement and sway, shift a little bit, those kind of thing. Okay, so they're asking that they stand in the structure, they lift the anus, they tuck the tailbone. Is that and then they can breathe really smoothly. And they even somebody even saying that they align their 7 chakra and so forth. So they're asking me, is it an exception? Okay, what they do is that an exception because they are not moving and so forth, like I described. Now I'd like to share with you today. I am not the guy who set the standard. This human body set the standard. The minute you fix your tailbone, you know it is trouble in the breathing already. In fact, if you fix the tailbone or you Tai Gong, you're going to have breathing stuck here. Because this human body, I don't set the rule. Okay? So when people say that they put their tailbone on this way or and then what do you call it? Lift the anus, Tai Gong, and then all this spine aligned. That is telling the nature that they fix the thing. They actually prevent the body from the natural movement or the natural flow of itself. Okay, that is going to stop the breathing, because breathing, this tailbone, okay, while inhale, exhale, is going to move. Because the tailbone moves, the spine moves. So the logic is, okay, the diaphragm move, your spine move, and that's how it is, the natural breathing. However, if you fix the spine, which is the tailbone, or fix the muscle here, that means you're going to influence your diaphragm, okay, one way or the other. So the real Zhanzhuang, the real Qigong, the real internal, or if one people want to use the term internal, is one need to lift that swing. So in the, if you take the in the 1850s Xiulin Tao, he said that spontaneously, okay, 一任自然顺脉气, spontaneously let it flow with the let it be accord with the breathing and the flow of the channel, the qi in the channel. That's what it is. You have to put it down there so that it be able to run by itself naturally. So I don't set the rule, okay, and I cannot approve or disapprove you, because I just tell you the science behind this. Disregard of this is ancient Chinese or today's biology. You don't have to believe me, and in fact I don't want anybody to believe me. Just go to the biofeedback labs, like the Stanford University and so forth. Just take a look, scan your body, put all the sensor and see how you're breathing. Or you can check the heart rate variations when you stand there doing those, structural holding and everything, compared with the swing and so forth. What is the difference? You can see that scientifically. Okay, so scientific is the the reference. I am not. Okay, I'm just a messenger. No, just so don't shoot me. Okay, I found this out, so don't shoot me because I tell you, this is what happened. Now, for people who really want to know what the heck I'm talking about, I have made it easy for you in the Wing Chun Matrix books. Okay. In the chapter 6, the physiological development, I show you how to use the sticks to get into the proper breathing or the natural breathing. So all is here, okay? Is in the Wing Chun Matrix book. So make it simple, okay? So the key is to make so that everybody can do it within 30 minutes with the help with the books instead of people guessing. And I'm sure now it is feeling pretty bad. And if we say, oh, this is not natural, that's not natural, and no, that's not what I intend. What my goal is to tell this is what natural and this is how to do it. So everybody can do it. That's not exceptional, and that is you don't need my approval. Okay. So if you really want to know, to experience what the breathing and all this thing, get the Wing Chun Matrix and study for that. One other thing is I use a stick and so forth is because many people don't develop this muscle on the back. They're using their knee and so forth, so forth. So you kind of fix your body to do a different thing. Okay. So that's why I use the stick and so forth. So when people fool with that, they can take away the stick. Then they be able to function naturally. Make it simple. Okay. Now, another thing is I like to tell you guys that. But today we already figure out a lot of things which can be based on scientific. Okay, including the so-called meditations. If the Zhan Zhuang is a standing meditation, the sitting meditations, all this internal art, all those things, we already have a very good scientific base. I have mapped that in the science. Okay, as just now I mentioned that when you Zhan Zhuang, you can use the heart rate variability, HRV. To check those things, know what is the difference. So I want to share with you something, okay, which is I wrote that meditation matrix books, okay, with the tools. It can map directly whatever we practice, proper or not. We can map into the modern science, and we have tools for that. And then we can even map where we are and is it progressing or all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you that very quick, okay. So in the meditation matrix books, so I have tools. Okay, so you have the awareness, the calmness awareness map, and then the four layer model. Okay, so this is energy neuron is just saying chi. Okay, so this is 4 layer, and this is your mind, how you handle your mind. This is a 4 function mind layer. So you have this 4, okay? Now, I want to show you this. This is the calmness and awareness map. Okay? So you can see that this is the calmness and this is the awareness, okay? So you have to develop your calmness to get your awareness, okay? Now, all this thing, like this is calmness 1, calmness 2, because this is the measure of how is your internal development or your chi development and so forth. So you have this level 1, level 2 of calmness, and if you want the so-called mindfulness, you have to get to this much calmness to get here. And there's negative, okay, calmness. This is a negative 2. Now, you see this a sign here. One down here is that 0%, 25%, 75%, 100%. Okay, so what is that?
that is actually measurable. Okay, now let me show you. That is actually measurable. That's the stress level. Okay, and this is my picture on my own using the Garmin VivoSmart 3. Like this is a 25%, this is the under 50, this is 75, okay, this is 100%. So that is this thing. That is this thing. Okay, you see that the 100%, 75%, 25% and 0%. Okay, so one can know, okay, in what type of calmness is. That's called quantization. So we put a number on it. Okay, and then all this thing, this is how many percent of that. Actually, it's based on HRV, heart rate variability. Okay, so it's in all the devices and so forth, and even it is in the apps app. Okay, like this one, you can see this. Okay, you can see this. Now, I'll just zoom this to show you. You see, this is before meditation. Say the energy level here is saving and the stress is high. And then this is after meditation. You look at that. The energy here is surplus and then the stress is optimal. Okay, so this is like 33% of the stress, and this is about 66% around the area of the stress. So you can map into here. You see? So you can map into here. You know where you are. Okay? You know where you are. So 25% is equal to unit 1 of the calmness. Okay, so that is using the HRV or the GSL based stress level. Okay, so you can convert that. You can know scientifically where are you. Okay, before, like I showed you just now, before and after meditation. Okay, like this one. So like the one I show you. Okay, the stress, say the stress level turn from high down to optimize, and it is just 5 minutes. Okay, it is just 5 minutes. So if you know what to do, you can handle it. Okay, that's why it's important to be to get this into scientific. So we know exactly. We can map ourselves where we are. We can map it, and then we can know if I train this, something so-called internal or chi or whatever, do we really improve? Okay, so we can track that. Okay, we can check the solutions and so forth. Okay, now the reality is this. The reality is, if you look at this map, if the stress level is 75 or minus 100% here, okay, based on HRV, the stress level then that you need to massage or to soothe your stress here, okay. And if you go more than 100%, you might even need medications or medical intention. Okay. Now, over here, remember we talked about the 4-layer or the 6 core element. The first is physical. So from this -2, -2 calmness or 100% to the 25%, this is belong to the physical. So if you really want to go Zhanzhuang anything, practically you cannot start from here, okay? Because your body is in chaotic situation. You want to start from, say, -1, and then it reach up to 1, okay? So meaning that you can drop. If you have development that Kung Fu, you just do the meditation, like I showed you just now, the stress level, you can drop from this 75 to 25, okay? in that example just now, you see how it dropped, okay? Now, if you want to develop the mind or the breathing, then you have to have more calmness. If you want to deal with chi or prana, you have to go more than 0% stress, okay? Over here, maybe you, so it's like you are in the level of the level 3 calmness, okay? It's far beyond beyond the 0%, so that only at that time you be able to develop your chi, okay, directly, okay? So this means that if you want to cultivate your physical element or layer, you need to be between -1 calmness or 1 calmness. If you want to develop your mind and your breathing, it's between 1 and 2 or 0% to 25% of the stress. If you want to develop chi, you better get it down here. So with this, nobody can lie, nobody can cheat, and we know exactly where we are. So is the solution works or not, we know, okay? Now, what we don't want to get is into this, where we stay here in the -1 and 1, and then we keeping talking philosophy, like we have some kind of qi gong and all this magic power. Instead of going through all this, transform the body and mind, it's just stuck it here and then just keeping talking all kinds of philosophy and everybody is guru, okay? So, I want to share with you guys this today so that you know that it is scientific map already into these 2 books, okay? So if you're interested in that, you can read on that, okay? Again, I just tell you what happened. I'm not the guy who make the judgment, and you don't need my approval. So this is for you today.